Whenever I go to Europe, I always delight in seeing old, famous churches and cathedrals. My absolute favorite one is still Chartres Cathedral. I'm still amazed by it. And whenever I'm in the vicinity of Paris, I always try to make a stop to see it and pray there. It occurred to me in my last visit that no one who started building this cathedral had any expectation that they would see it to completion. They didn't even think that their children or their grandchildren would see it to completion. They started a great project, once again, knowing that it would take centuries to complete, and they would not be immediate beneficiaries. They were doing something that lasts, not looking for instant gratification. And I was amazed by this, but I got a little bit depressed because I thought, where do we do this today? Do we see anybody or any community starting a project in which there's not going to be an immediate payoff? I couldn't help but contrast this with my last road trip. I pulled over to a gas station and get gas and soda. I was walking in. There was a big guy in front of the microwave losing his mind because the burrito was taking too long. And I thought, this is the emblem of our age. We don't build cathedrals that will take centuries to build. Now our age is characterized by fat people screaming at microwaves because the burrito is taking too long. We have come a long way down. We are so impatient. We want things immediately, instantaneous. We do not like to wait. And this means we are probably not going to produce anything worthwhile. We're not going to produce anything amazing that will last if we continue to be impatient and want the instantaneous. James tells his readers today, be patient. What we are waiting for is worth waiting for. And what are we waiting for? The coming of Christ again in glory. But more than this, the restoration of heaven and earth, a reign of peace and reconciliation, the final definitive victory of God. And it's going to take time to do that. As amazing as the cathedral is, it pales in comparison to the mighty work that God is doing. He wants to construct the entire created order as a worship site, as a grand cathedral, in which we will be consecrated as priests to serve in it. And this can't happen overnight. Once again, I'm preaching as much to myself as I am to you. Somebody asked me recently, well, what do people confess the most? What do you confess the most? It really is a lack of patience. I become a different person behind the wheel. I become a monster. I have to also slow down. I also have to be patient with myself and with others. We live in an impatient age. It makes us quick-tempered, it makes us irritable, and it makes us entitled. And Advent is the season of waiting. I know it's easy to run out of patience. We've all done it, and I have done it. I like the insights of Romano Guardini, one of the great spiritual writers. He said God's chief attribute is his patience. He has been so patient with us, with our brothers and sisters, and with the entire world. Time and time again we have sinned and turned away from him. But yet, in patience and in loving mercy, he grants us forgiveness. If he stopped being patient with us for even a nanosecond, we would cease to be. We radically depend upon the patience of God for our very existence. When we recognize that truth and we take it within, it is a little bit easier to be patient with others. It's also important to remember this. When we do run out of patience, we can call on God's treasury. He is infinite in patience. He wants to give us this gift. So let us be a waiting people. Let us be a patient people and live in the expectation and the sure hope that God is building something amazing.